Alright YouTube, we're going away on a little adventure today. I'm going to give you 2 guesses as to where we might be going. If you're struggling, I'll give you 2 clues as well. We're heading out to the country where Fireman Sam is set, and he deals with all the pesky goings on of that little Norman Price. Also, as well in this country, they love to put on their wellies and go, "Good morning campers." Yeah, obviously you guessed it, we're going to Wales. South Wales to be precise, somewhere around Pembrokeshire if you want to get really technical. In Wales, they don't really like wild camping that much. So what we've decided to do, because South Wales is so small, I've spoke to my friend and he seems to think that it's 15 minutes here, 20 minutes there and possibly 35 minutes to somewhere else really beautiful. So we've picked out a central camp and we're going to stay on a campsite for 4 days. Something we've never done before. Normally we wild camp and only stop on a campsite for a good shower and to empty the carsy. So we've picked out a pretty decent looking campsite, price was good. We've bought a drive away awning for the van, meaning we can just leave stuff in the awning on the site and tootle off in the van for the day without having to carry all our bikes and bike carriers and everything with us. And it's also got a bedroom compartment so Harley can sleep in it. The only downside to it is that the guy who had it fitted to a Volkswagen Transporter. So chances are it might not fit. But I've got a cunning plan if it doesn't to make it fit. So we'll see if that works later in the video. We've also bought a Cadac City Chef 40 off the back of a recommendation from Leanne and Oliver of Travels of Ethel the van. Oliver sold this to me at the Overlander show and told me how wonderful it was. So there you go. Hopefully that's gonna come in handy and be able to do some alfresco cooking in the awning that might not fit the van. If you haven't checked out our Scotland trip playlist and also our Devon/Cornwall trip playlist, you should really check those out. They were fantastic trips with some great stopovers that you guys can share. But anyway, I'm going to stop rambling. We're heading out very shortly. We need to drop the dogs off at the dog sitters. Everything else is packed in the van. I do need to repair my push bike before we set off, so without further ado, I'm going to get all that sorted and we're going to get ourselves off to South Wales. Just under 4 hours away from Wales and we're sat in traffic and the van is melting. We're melting. It is red hot. I just saw a subway at last minute, so I've anchored into this service station. Everybody's just packed the pants because I thought I was going to roll the van over, but I was completely in control. So we're going to stop and have a subway. We're about 2 hours 40 now from Wales, but we're all dripping, and I mean dripping wet through. We're going to get a drink and a subway and a pee break.
Looks like I've been
and then get back on the road.
It's copycat,
Yeah. There you go. Finally arrived at Headlands Farm Camping, which is just outside Haverfordwest in a little town that I can't pronounce. The owner Monty has been out and been very, very accommodating. Lovely bloke. He got us pitched up, showed us where to go, showed us where our electric is, told us we can just use this table, drag it out into our pitch and use it. He's got a row of these, so I'm assuming everybody gets that treatment. There's a shower block in there, which is sort of like inside a barn, but when you get in the shower, it's a really nice little clean shower, isn't it? It's just a bit weird because it's in a barn, but it looks clean enough, and he said it's red hot showers as long as you want them. We've got their own independent boiler. It's took us 7 hours to get here. 7 hours. The sat nav said 5:45, but we did stop for a subway. So now we've got to try and put this awning on. Now, regardless of whether it fits, because as I say, it came off a Volkswagen Transporter, I've checked on the internet
And for a newer model, because I couldn't find anything for this model, it should fit because it fits from 1.9 to 2.4 metres in height, and I've measured my awning rail and it's only 2.2. However, I am going to do the trick that I was going to do if it didn't fit anyway, and pull the awning out and then lower it so we've got a nice gap below it that we can sit in the shade, because it's going to be getting up towards 40 degrees all weekend. So yeah, we're going to need to get some shade out. So we're going to get this awning up, get camp set up and open a beer. Yeah, great mind. They're getting on.
Bring it out now. What's that? What about that?
So you see what we've done? So obviously we can have that rolled in and have that right against the van. Because it's going to be really sunny, I thought roll it out, attach it into the sea rail on the front of it, attach Harley's drive-away awning right out there, give us somewhere to sit in the shade. But if we wanted to have it all the way in, it is definitely tall enough. You can see it's nearly that height now, and there's loads of slack left in that, so that will definitely go straight on the side of the van should we want to. I was a lot of pegs. I'm not used to pegging pegs in my camper van. There's like lots of pegs to put in, worse than our old tent. Took the memory foam topper that we normally put on the rock and roll bed, and now I think him and Kerry are going to be fighting over it. We're going to get our heads down on the first night. We've had my old friend Jake, who used to live in Barton, who's Welsh and now lives in Wales again. He popped over to see us. We've been sat watching stars pretty much all night. I think I've seen 3 shooting stars in my entire life. Harley has seen 3 shooting stars tonight. I didn't see any of them. They all saw shooting stars. I was facing the wrong way. No, I didn't see one.
I've seen 3 and
I was facing the wrong way. Yeah, Harley's now equal my lifetime record of shooting star seeing. There's just no light pollution here. There's just, I've tried to film the sky, but you can't tell on my GoPro, but it's just stars. We've seen space junk, we've seen satellites. But we're going to get our heads down for the first night. We're going to head down to St David's tomorrow. Apparently there's a really good boat trip, and it's just a really nice little, the smallest city in the UK apparently, so we're going to have a walk around there tomorrow. So catch you in the morning. Good morning, campers, on this absolutely stunning Welsh Friday morning. We've had a bit of a lie in this morning, but it's about 8:45 and it is absolutely roasting already. So I've got the kettle on the cadac, and I'm going to try and wake Harley up, but I can't, it's going to be hard work because his bed is like the king's bed. It's warm in here. Harley, you're getting up, mate. Did you even get? How are you sleeping there in all your clothes, man? Oh my lord. Are you getting up?
Yeah.
It's red hot. It's about 1,000 degrees in this drive-away awning jobby.
I've just had them. Shopping in the front somewhere.
It's levitating.
We've no idea how to put a drive-away awning away.
Drive away.
Yeah, but you can't slide it off either end. So we're literally going to drive the van off while it's out.
Get on. No, stop!
Some trouble.
Lee, you put it on the wrong rail for going that way. It's on the bottom rail. What's on? You've got the reverse off.
Reverse.
What, is it on?
Yeah. So if you look, the top rail comes off this side and the bottom rail comes off that side, so that side's locked. Because you put it on the top rail.
I don't think we can reverse that far back, can we?
No?
Take 2. Action. Smooth as butter.
So when you come back, put it on the bottom rail.
We've just arrived in St David's. It's really good, really well signposted to the parking spot. These two guys here just pulling out have given us the car parking space in a camper van. This is like a camper van area. There's not many spots in it, but there's enough. So I'm just going to pay for parking and I'm going to walk into St David's and see what it's all about. We've just been and booked a boat excursion with South Thousand Islands boat trips, which was recommended to us by Monty at the campsite, and now Kerry is adamant we go in the Chapel chocolate shop.
No. And he told me, take a breath in between sentences.
Oh, now you're talking.
Yeah.
Ice cream.
Blueberries,
What we come for.
banana.
Wow, that is proper banana. I've got Caribbean coconut and Malibu, and apparently the coconut is soaked in Malibu and then turned into ice cream. It's proper banana, that one, isn't it? What did you get?
Raspberry Ripple, but I don't
I'm
want
probably
to say
disappointed.
anything. It still tastes the ice cream.
Yeah, I think Harley's got the best one. This is the smallest city in the UK, and I think the cathedral must be 80% of it. The size of this.
Yeah, I'm trying to FaceTime you 1 minute.
Cool enough. Harley's desperate to show us a ruin, but are we here? Is this the... Oh yeah, we're here. We could see this from the other side, and Harley thought there was arrow slots in the walls. You can see the cathedral. Harley, these are all the arrow slots. Well, probably are arrow slots. Harley wants to explore this little house.
God, I thought it was a kid.
What do you mean you thought I was a kid? I thought you was an old lady, but you're not in a care room, are you? Oh, get that in your video. Give me your camera.
Are you going round? Sorry.
Ooh. On there.
Can you keep the noise down?
You scared me. It's just like a big hole to nothing. Look there.
We've just headed back up to the van because we're going down to the boat trip now, so we've got to drive down to like a little lifeboat station to get that. And halfway here we realised that I'd left my sliders at home, so we've just been in one shop for a really nice set of reef flip-flops with a bottle opener in, 50 quid. I didn't buy them. Managed to pick up some van sliders for a mere 30 quid, which I thought was acceptable. So we'll jump in the van now, head down to this little lifeboat station, jump on the Thousand Island Boats tour and go see what we can see.
Come here together.
Look at that. Where are we even going? Keep going. I've never seen water as like pearly green as that abroad.
Not even a Land's End.
This is the parking spot where we're going to go meet for the boat ride. Look at this. So I believe that's Ramsey Island, and we're going to go all the way around that and all the way around. I'm not sure if you can see, but there's little islands there, and I think they're dotted about everywhere, and hopefully in some coves, and hopefully see loads and loads of wildlife. We shall see. Harley's doing his pro photography skills. Kerry's having a panic attack coming up the stairs. Now going back down again, just heading to the boat. I think is that the boat just coming in? All right, Kerry.
Don't video me, help.
What? No, the videoing is funnier. Look, it's a tiny little step. Mind the rope.
Oh, that'd be great. I've not really got the ideal shoes on.
Go on, it's a tiny little step.
Hey guys. Hello, can I handle you right? Hello, just wind down from the rope here, right?
Coming over to say hello.
Unfortunately, that's not quite true. I say it with sarcasm because if they were dolphins, that's almost certainly what they would do.
Right.
But these, there they go. These are the smaller, less intelligent cousins of the dolphin. And we've all got cousins like that. And it's not really meant as an insult because it's just the way they've evolved. So they are a very small creature, the second smallest member of the whale and dolphin family. But, and I wish I could say this about myself, but they don't have enough blubber to keep themselves warm. So they have to feed constantly, like 24/7 they're feeding. And that's why they're not coming over to say hello, because they're focused on this feeding that they're doing. And they don't, because of that, they haven't evolved the social networking and skills and community sort of helping with fishing and rounding things up. They don't do any of that stuff that dolphins do.
So in short, if you work all the time, you have no friends. Stumbled upon a seal party. Maybe baby shower.
If you happen to be on the wrong side, which incidentally they could be on either side of it ultimately, but we will be turning the boat round as well, so we'll all get a good look at them. But likewise, stand up, move around, whatever you want to do. As long as you're holding on to something, you're not somebody. And that one's about 3 years old or so, I would say, because it's still very pale in colour. But it's just starting to get some
My wife chose this point to talk to you, but we're just coming back up the stairs for the second time for me. But I can't recommend that boat trip enough. The guy, the tour guide, had a story for every nook, cranny, bird, seal, and these stories date back like 500 million years. Now the kiosk's open.
I want a drink of water.
So yeah, we literally can't recommend that boat trip enough. It was not too expensive, but worth every single penny. We're going to get something to eat or something to drink from this. See them two down there. So we've just left the little park up where you go to the boat trip. Met a lovely couple with their two little boys on the boat trip. They've offered us a nice park up at their pub in the heart of Derbyshire. Harley decided he wanted to play with paddleboard. So we've googled the nearest beach, which was about 12.5 seconds away, and now we've got to walk down to the beach. The van's just there. I am very, very grateful that on our last trip when we went down to Devon last year, my friend who's a squaddy gave me this Bergen. It's far more comfortable to carry a paddleboard than in that silly bag that it comes with that tries to dissect you. So we're just going to take a trek down to the beach now, let Harley play on the paddleboard. Hopefully it's not broken, because the inflator came apart at the last trip out, and I think I put it back together properly, so it might be really disappointed when we get down to the beach. I'm completely lost and can't find the beach, but what a place to be lost. We can find the beach, it's there, that's where we need to be. Not a Scooby-Doo how you get there. Well then, go. It must be cold because I was filming and didn't realise how far I walked in and got up to my ankles and it's freezing. We timed that terribly because we've been here for about 5 minutes and half the beach is gone. The tide's coming in at a right rate of knots. So Harley's just going to have a little swim until there's no beach left. Then we're going to head back and have a barbecue. We're just stacking rocks like Macapaka. One more bear watch.
Yeah, and that's usually far.
Drive off. Tomorrow we'll be able to just drive off.
Maybe where?
Why won't we? We'll drive forward, it'll slide out the back.
Oh, okay. Don't shout at me.
Yeah, really?
Yeah?
There's two. Put the right one in, aren't there?
Hey?
There's two. One of them's thicker than the other one.
Yeah, I'm the thick one.
Yes, put the thin one in it.
Needs to be slightly closer.
This side.
Oh my god.
Somebody's got to be able to tell me a better way of doing that, because that's ridiculous. I think this cadac has been possibly the best purchase we've ever made. We've been boiling the kettle on it, making the bacon on it, cooking the sausages and burgers on it. It's definitely been our best camper van purchase yet. Who'd have thought a pickle was flammable?
Just throw it on, throw it on.
Oh, you see?
Yes, see? Who was right, who was wrong?
So yeah,
Probably allergic to
that is YouTube worth it. Jake's one because I dropped it, but he's still eating it. Jake's our Welsh tour guide. We've got friends in like every corner of the country, so wherever we go we can call upon them to find out where all the best spots are, and Jake's my Welsh tour guide. Well, we just had another quiet evening of stargazing on the site. I'm going to take this opportunity now to remind you to make sure you like, share, comment, subscribe to the channel. You really need to subscribe to the channel because this has been part 1 of our Welsh adventure, and parts 2 and probably 3 are going to be coming up because we've got a lot left to finish. There's a lot that South Wales has still got to offer, and we've got another day of adventuring tomorrow. So if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel, like, comment and share and all that jazz, and we'll see you in part 2.